Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Bull. What's going on this beautiful sunny slash rainy day out here in Georgia? I want to show you what's going on in my garden. I have transplanted now into the main garden bed for these vegetables. Right here, what I have growing here, I have these three first plants right here are butternut squash. Now I just transplanted these over yesterday and they're perking up real nice and they're doing real well. Take a quick look at them. It's butternut squash. Over here, these two over here, well actually there's more than two because it's like two in one spot, but that's cool. Those two in the middle there are pumpkins. They're the smaller pumpkin. And the last two over there are butternut squash. So I'm going to have all these 6 or 7 plants growing up on this trellis that I built several months ago for them. So they'll blanket this whole wall here in the coming months. So that's why I built this trellis here a few months ago, because I knew the plants that were going to be growing on them were going to have vigorous vines on them, and they're going to have some heavy fruit on them. So this bamboo will hold up to that. On another note, for a moment being, I was out in the woods the other day foraging around, and I ran into this guy right here. And it looks like somebody was making one of those rocket little fire stoves or something like that. That's what it looks like to me. And it's obvious they were using it at some point. Somebody threw it in the woods. So I said, you know, I could probably, it'd be a nice little piece out in my garden. So I'm gonna, you know, find a little location for it in the garden somewhere, and from time to time I might use it myself. But anyway, thought I'd show you that. Alright, I'm on the other side of my garden. Over here, on this side here, you can see my white onions. They're doing lovely, nice and green and healthy, and getting tall. I'm still working over here. I'm still building garden beds and doing some other projects that I'll show you in a sec. As you can see, the onions are doing nicely. Just over to that my garlic. Got some garlic growing here. You all saw another video where I had planted these garlic. Pretty tall now. Now I just want them to get fatten up. It looks like, by looking at the stalks on them, in this past week or so, I've noticed that they're starting to thicken up. So I know those garlic cloves down there must be doing well. As you can see right there, I'm picked up some scrap wood, and I'm gonna make a little, little bed out of it. Over here in this next bed, I have some asparagus growing. As you can see, the shoots shooting up. Now these shoots, I just these plants, I just put them in this season. I had some asparagus growing in another bed, and I had moved them. I didn't want them in that spot anymore because I had some things going on there, and I moved them one too many times. And I always thought that asparagus was real hard to kill, but unfortunately, I don't know what happened. They didn't make it. So I just went ahead and bought some some new ones. Got them in this bed here, and next season I'm gonna fill this bed up even more. But I'm just gonna let them be like that this year, due to time constraints. Anyway, here on this, on the edge there, I got some celery growing. And I just put these in like 2 weeks ago, and they're real small, and they have picking up. Doing good. Now over here on this bed here, I have some sweet peas. And I put some sticks in there, little branches here, so they can grab onto until they start really putting out their tendrils and start hitting the trellis, and just go right up into the top of the fence. Off to the side of it, in the main bed there, I'm gonna be honest. I had, quite honest, I forgot what they are. I know they either come to me, spinach. It was either spinach or some type of letters that I had put there in the front. So it's cool. Time will tell. It's nothing that I'm too worried about, that I have to worry about. Oh my God, this is something that I should have not in this bed, but it's all good. Now moving over to this small bed that I made the other day for my carrots. I had originally had these carrots in another bed, but the dirt wasn't quite right, soil wasn't quite right, so I made this one over here. It's nice and deep. It's about a foot deep, plenty enough to support the carrots growth. So got them over here. I put a screen over the top. Used some of the bamboo they had laying around and cut out some straps. And I put it around because the squirrels were doing me in. The squirrels were coming over, digging it all up almost on a daily basis. I was giving them a chance, but it's just a waste of time. The squirrels were tearing me up. So I went ahead and put the screen over it, so discouraged them from doing that. But as you can see, the little carrots are doing well. I mean, I got plenty of carrots in there, and they're getting big. I mean, this first week, they're already looking real good, looking like some real carrots now, some big boys. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Those squirrels better watch out. I don't think they realize that I just picked up a rocket stove for the yard. I'm right here, right next to the onions, the garlic, asparagus, celery, carrots. Those sounds like all kinds of good things that would go with the nice squirrel, don't you think? So, I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on down over here, I have my pole beans. I constructed this TP style trellis for my pole beans. gonna have the pole beans. I put a whole bunch of them in there in a circular motion all the way around, every 3 inches apart, 2 inches apart. So there's a lot of pole beans in there. Once they start growing and they get their little tendrils start growing, they all interconnect together. And once they start touching those strings, they all just lock up and they just all start going right up my little teepee. Started drizzling out a few minutes ago. And then over here on that side over there on the same bed, I have some more carrots that are growing over there. Had those left over from when I transplanted the other ones into the other bed, so decided to put these ones over here. I got a little, maybe a 3-foot pot over there that I got nothing planted in there yet. I don't know. I got some onion seedlings in this other bed that they don't look like they look fine. Actually, they look pretty good. I just don't like the spot because it's I got an overhang over there from the pitch of my house, and sometimes I don't get the rain when it comes down, so I might transplant them over here. But you know, they seem to be doing okay, so I'm up and up with that. So we'll see what ends up over here. Anyway, over here in this last bed, over here, we have, in the front part of it, we have some cilantro. Got some cilantro growing there. They're just starting to actually look like cilantro now. Let me go down there. So now they're looking like cilantro. And right there, the first pot right there that I'm showing you, them are those finger radishes that pop, that pop up out of the ground and stuff like that. And then the last pot over there are just the standard radish. Then down toward the back, I have some beets. So that's what's going on. All right, guys. So anyway, thanks a lot for tagging along. Hope you enjoyed the little clip of the video that I showed you just now. And as always, much love from the bowl. Peace.